guys. Alright guys, what's up? I'm going to be doing a small review of the Super Nintendo controller for the Switch. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and make a video. I'll probably just play the tutorial, talk about how I feel about this controller. I'm going to be playing a Super Nintendo game, Mega Man X. It feels very similar to the normal controller. Obviously, the ZL and the R is a little addition. The triggers, they feel a little off. I don't really say I like them. They don't feel like the original, but that's really the only thing I can talk crap about. But yeah, we'll have to just play, and I'll be back with you guys when I tell you how the controller feels. Alright guys, so I played through the tutorial and a little more on accident. You guys can check out my video where I play Mega Man X 100%. Really cool that I'm kind of getting to do two things at once. I've always wanted to do this. Anyways, the review for this, trigger buttons you don't really use in this game. These I feel like would not be very useful. Like, I feel like these would be very hard to press in most instances, so these are kind of useless. They should have just been the home and the screenshot buttons, really, but there's no ability to do that. So if you're playing certain stuff and you want to record, this is not going to be a great choice. I'm not going to really hate on it. It is doing what it's doing. It's acting as a normal Super Nintendo controller, and if you were playing like two-player with someone, and the fact that this is $30 though, and I could get two of the NES ones for cheaper, it's kind of like, okay. So I think it's a little overpriced. This is a lot overpriced, but I get it, I guess. It's still like kind of a nice item to have. I don't think I really want to be doing other reviews where I rate out of 10. I think I'm just kind of give my opinion on it, you know. I think it's going to work fine for a lot of stuff, and if I'm playing multiplayer, I can play with a normal controller, and then if I play with someone who prefers older games, like, you know, I have family members that are used to the older consoles, so I could be like, hey, you know, you can play with this, I'll play with newer stuff. But so far in Mega Man X, I'm liking it, it's feeling good. Obviously, I didn't get the dash yet, but these buttons feel the same over here. Everything really does feel kind of the same. It's really just the triggers that are different. So I'd say it's an alright controller, but it might just be a little overpriced. So if you could get it on sale, I would try and get it on sale. But it's not like a buy this now sort of thing. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and thank you guys so much for watching. Alright. So, new day. I decided to play with it for a little while. My hand didn't cramp. I don't know what was happening yesterday. I guess it had just been a while since I used it, so I don't know. And like, I was going to add another clip of me describing it that same day, saying like, oh, if you got big hands, it might not be the best. Yes, that is true, but that should also be common sense. I would say it was probably just me being dehydrated, and it was very late at night. So I was probably just not feeling too great, and I hurt my hand. So I'm not going to really throw that out there, but that is something to consider maybe. I still think the first video you guys saw is going to give a pretty decent review on it. I tried to watch some other reviews on this controller as well. It's very much like the original Super Nintendo controller as well. I actually saw someone compare, and I was like, yeah. Because, I mean, just looking at it, the only difference I really felt was this, and then obviously these two weren't here. Now, I did think about this. Most of the games, I don't feel like I would have a use for these two. So I don't get why I wouldn't have just been like, oh, I can just button map this to my home and this to screenshot, and it'd be almost the same thing. So, my bad for doing that. I think that it's good that I went ahead and decided to add another clip from a different day, talking about it a little more, and kind of silly that's like, I hope you guys enjoyed in the middle of a video, but I'm not the greatest YouTuber, as you can tell. Anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed this review again. But like I said, I think the price is a little hefty. I'll wait for it to go on sale, considering you only get one. Like, if it was 50 for 2 of the controllers, that would make more sense. Like, I feel like 25 would be okay for this, or 50 for 2 of them, versus, you know, actually I forget what the price for the NES ones are. But anyways, regardless, if you're playing retro games, this is going to be a go-to for a lot of the games I plan to play. And probably some other ones that are kind of, they weren't retro, but there's indie games themed that way. You know, they're meant to be played as if they were from those times. So, alright, well, yeah. Bread.